Yo, evening, lads. Evening to all the lads. Wednesday evening, boxing talk. Sounds like a plan. Are you getting into this? So get a few people. There we go. Sounds perfect. Making sure that was all right on my end. So, I was worried about that. This mic's been acting up real bad lately. So, we getting into this. So, you get a few guys in the chat. And we see how this goes. So, we got a few in. Big up to Dan. I've seen your video today, Dan. I've seen it. I'm going to pop the camera on now straight away. Seen Dan's video. Absolutely great video. I think YouTube have been, because you commented on one of my videos like with a link to that, and I didn't touch it, and for some reason it was gonzo. Like it was gonzo from YouTube. Like the link anyway was. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, she's 18 in the chat already. Let's go. So big up to Dan. Ain't going to plug it too much, but go over, check his channel. I'm pretty sure because you've got a spanner next to your name, you can pop a link in. So if you want to pop a link in, go for it, my man. So big up to Rich. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Dr. Glasshammer. Picture of Chris Eubank. Fair play. Good evening, G-Man. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks every time. Yo, big up to JPK World. Perfect timing to Visual Takes. Big up to you as always. Perfect timing if you're working. I hope I'm getting you through it. Big up again. Big up again, JP. Big up to D, Speaker Mind Sports Talk. There we go. You just finished off your live stream. I caught the end of it, D. I caught the end of it. Big up to you. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing okay now at your home and all. So big up to D every single time. Big up to D every single time. Depends on who lands first. We're talking about Joyce Dubois. Man. I'm stumped. I feel like I snookered myself with that prediction video. Because, like, from the moment they announced this fight first, right? Like I said it in my video I done this morning, that I don't like going back on predictions. So if I make a prediction, I tend to just stick with it unless something really, really out there happens. And yeah, I'm still going with Dubois on points, but let's just say I'm regretting making that video when I did, because I think if I could take that video back and make another one, I'd be changing something. Big up to Daglish Wesley. Big up to you, my friend. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. They've been censoring you already, man. You've barely 100 subs and they're censoring you. Jesus, bro. Jesus, man. I can't believe that. So, like, you've barely 100 subs, Dan, and they're already censoring you. Jesus, man. It was a good video, man. You got to do some good editing, man. You do some good editing. You're better editor than I am. I know that. I'll stick to iMovies. Buzzy, sub G-Man, big up Intangible every single time. Dean O'Connor, you hear Anthony Fowler could be fighting for a European title fight next. Who's the European champion at 154? Now, who's the European champion at 154? Fowler. Fowler is not a likable guy. That's what I will say about Fowler. He's not a likable guy, but I gotta give the man props. Go on his Twitter. You'll know what I'm talking about. Chris, evening G, evening Chris. Big up to Ben, evening all. 19 in the chat already. Big up to all you lads. Oh wow, I thought he vacated, lads. The only reason I said who was is I thought Sergio Garcia vacated. So I see Dan Intangible. For some reason, I thought Garcia vacated because he was going to try and chase a world title. I'm nearly sure I read that. If he hasn't, oh boy, Fowler's going to, man, that's going to end badly for Fowler, man. I was surprised by how good he was, and he doesn't stop throwing punches. He's got an engine on him. And Fowler is similar level to Cheeseman, but Fowler really just doesn't. Yeah, he's happy to take those shots. He's a bit like Cheeseman actually, but he probably has a bit more punching power. Look who we got in the chat. Big up to Mark. Oh, man, that's a shot right there. Like, I appreciate the super chat, but G-Man's quack. No, we're keeping hashtag G-Man's Rocks. I don't give a fuck. We're keeping. I don't have to monetize this now, so thank you for that. But fuck you. We're keeping hashtag G-Man's Rocks, right? That is fucking. Look, You look at the chat, right? I bring up the comment section, and all I get at the start now, G-Man's rocks, G-Man's rocks. You know, G-Man's rocks might be gone up in flames, but the hashtag is still there. Hashtag is still as strong as ever. You know, big up to D with the hashtag G-Man's rocks. You got to like that. But I think where was it D said that he's actually feeling all right. A big up to you, man. Every time. I hope you're 100% soon, man. Hope you're back up to 100% in no time. Yeah, Maradona's dead. I heard about it in work today. One of the lads came over and told me. First thing he said was, I bet he went out in style in a mountain of white. But I think it was only heart disease, which is crazy. No one seems to die of any. No one seems to die normally this year. That's what I will say about that. So for someone to die of heart disease, I mean, Jesus, that's a rarity nowadays. MVG, what weight you think they be? Do you think? Dubois will probably be in the 240s. Joyce was I think he was in the 270s in his last fight, which is way, like, he does not need to be in the 270s. He looked pretty, not terrible shape, but he definitely wasn't ripped. I reckon he'll be in the 260s because I've seen Joe Joyce in the 260s and he's looked in fairly good shape, before. So probably be in the 260s. But yeah, big up to Diego Maradona, man. Big up to Diego Maradona every time. RIP. Who wins, Fowler versus Fitzgerald 2? Fowler, I think. Man, I think Fitzgerald is just too erratic. I mean, he won that fight. Has he fought since then? I don't think he has. That was last March. And March this year, he had that legal issue. Forget what was it that he beat. No, he got beaten up or something like that. But it was something to do with his missus. I remember that. Can't remember exactly what it was now, but yeah, that was bad. Big up to all the lads. Intangible, Mark, Crazy D3. Big up to Crazy D3. Lake Neville and MVG, Chris Tan, Intangible, JP Troll Network. Big up to all the guys. Big up to Dan. Big up to everyone in the chat, man. How many in? 34 already. Yeah, you did create the hashtag. I'll admit that. I'll give you that. You created the hashtag. You know, it would. I remember that stream. I think that was the first ever Let's Talk About Boxing I ever did as well. How times change, bro. But hashtag G-Man's rocks ain't going anywhere. Big up the Troll Network every single time, man. Big up the Troll Network every time. But yeah, back to that one. Fowler wins that for me, man. Not because he's better, just because he's not as erratic. Fowler is just so erratic, it's not even funny. Or not, Fitzgerald is just so erratic, it's not even funny. Do you remember the fight before he fought Fowler? Well, he fought Journey before he fought Fowler, but he had a fight against, I forget the guy's name, but he went 10 rounds. And he knocked the guy out in the 10th round. And he was losing that fight. I can't remember the guy's name it was now. But he fought him. He knocked the guy out in the 10th round. And if that fight had gone to the scorecards, I'm not sure what the scorecards would have read, but I wouldn't have been at all surprised if he lost. Someone asked me about Tyson. I seen it earlier on the chat. Where is it? Where was it? Someone wants my opinion on. There it is. By Leighton. What? Really? They're saying Tyson-Jones is breaking pre-pay-per-view sales? Bollocks. They ain't telling us that. They ain't telling you it's not a pay-per-view price. Man. I ain't paying for it. I'm going to admit it, right? I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it Sunday or Saturday night, Sunday morning. I'm just going to wake up early. I'm going to watch it, but I'm just curious just to see how bad they are. Because I'm telling you now, right? Whenever I go out with the lads and get my hair cut or we meet up for drinks or something like that, literally, for the last 3 weeks, all it's been about look at Tyson. Look at the way he's punching. Like, this is like a prime Mike Tyson, you know? And they were saying they thought Roy Jones was 38 years old. I was like, man, he's only, what, 51? Only. But he's not nowhere near 38. And they're thinking like Mike Tyson is like he is in his prime. Like, lads, look at him. And sure, there's essentially no winner. The WBC are scoring it, but it's not official. There's no knockout. There's no head guard. It's yeah, we're seeing two old guys swinging it out. And we getting Eddie Hall versus the other strong guy next year at MTK show. So we're getting that as well. So, man, we are just getting, man, boxing is getting the freak shows. Before I read that, I'm just going to say, that Eddie Hall, those two strong guys, both those guys are absolutely massive. It's going to be funny as shit. seeing them try and throw punches. And literally, I'm telling you now, both those lads, they might be able to hit like wrecking balls because they're huge. But I doubt that very much because they're so big. But the minute they start throwing punches, it's gonna be funny seeing them gas. It's literally gonna be a case of who falls over first. A big up the Let's Go champ. Big up G-Man. Hashtag G-Man's rocks every single time. You hope Joyce wins because Dubois has the personality of a plank of wood. Yeah. I've seen people, I think was Adele was saying that Joe Joyce has a bit of a like a personality outside the ring, right? But in the when the cameras are on, he doesn't really seem to do anything. He just seems to kind of just be very shy and whatever. But apparently outside the ring, he's all right. But Dubois is just you can tell just by his demeanor, he's a real shy character that he just doesn't seem to, he just doesn't seem to have much. There's not much there. There ain't much there. What is going on here? What the fuck? Is he trolling or what's going on? Yeah, thank you for that, D. Appreciate that, bro. I've seen that. Yeah, I was wondering, was that guy trolling or what was he doing? Leave him at it. I just seen it loads of them pop up in the chat. I was like, appreciate that, D, every single time. Trying to think what we're going to do. We going to bring anyone on or will we leave it as this? Yeah, he put him out, fam. Do you know what, lads? I think we're going to do it. Going to bring a panel in this time. We haven't done a panel in a couple of weeks. Let's go. Let's get some thoughts. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this fight. So give me 2 secs. All right, lads. There we go. So, anyone wants to hop on? A few of the lads in the chat. Let's go. There you go. We talk about Joyce Dubois. Whatever we need to. Link is there. Anyone wants to hop on. Haven't had a panel on in weeks. Let's do it. Let's change it up a bit. I'm only going to stay on for about an hour, but we'll change it up a bit. We change this one up a bit. So, link is there. Anyone wants to come on? There we go. Big up, D. What's up?
What's up, brother?
What's up, bro? How are you keeping?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling much better than yesterday.
And how long until we get the 100% right along with you, Jeff?
About 3 months, maybe.
Really? That bad, man?
Because I gotta have a surgery on the 30th, and it's a couple of months recovery on that. This was just a minor surgery. The one on the 30th gonna be the big one.
You got
good luck to you.
You big up to Intangible every time, but you got Joyce winning this fight the weekend.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
man.
I think Joe Joyce is gonna. I think he's gonna stop him actually.
Man, I'm going back and forth. I made that prediction video last week, picking Dubois on points. Man, I wish I could go back and retract that. The more I thought about this fight, the more I watch Joe Joyce, the more I just think, how is Dubois going to cope with this? How is he going to cope with someone like, if he can't get rid of Joe Joyce early, how the hell is he going to cope with someone like him?
I actually picked Dubois earlier as well. Like I had picked him earlier on, but I hadn't looked at the fight. I hadn't looked at it any. And then once I start looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, I think Joyce is going to win this. But at first, initially, I was going with Dubois as well.
Yeah, when this was first announced last year, right? All I could think of was, how the hell is Joe Joyce going to get through this? Because he's not looked shaky, but he's looked a bit kind of off in some fights. Dubois looked good. And then you start to think, well, hang on a second, at least Joe Joyce has been fighting some good opposition. Dubois has been fighting nobodies. And when I look at like just the style altogether, big up, man. I look at the styles, I'm just thinking, fuck, what was I doing? What was I doing picking Dubois? I know go back on predictions. I'm sticking with it. But
let's have a look at Dubois. Let's have a look at Joyce. Joyce, what has Joyce done from the World Boxing Super Series? He ain't done fuck all, to be honest. It's a stupid conversation, to be honest. Unless he's actually got the skills. This is Pigeon here, by the way. Unless you actually think, yeah, you can go on about Joyce and saying that he's gonna boss this guy. Ain't gonna do nothing. I used to box. Now listen. I used to be box with Mike Tyson, Joe Egan. I was a training partner for them. I'm towards 60 years old now, an old man. I've fought with Tyson and all these guys. I've had fights with all these men. Look, and I'm nearly 60 years old. Doesn't matter. Listen. I'm not a troll. It doesn't matter about the age of a man, so don't say I'm a troll. You don't know anything.
Dixie Cider, that's what he calls you. You've been on Rafi's channel.
Listen, just shut the fuck up. In terms of fighting, just shut up. If you think Dubois is going to get knocked out in this fight, you're going to be very sorely wrong, and it'll be gone within about 6 rounds. Actually, I'm being quite nice to Dubois. This fight probably won't even last 4, to be honest with you. And that's 100%. And don't call me a troll again, because if you want to talk to me on the phone and sort out something with them, don't call me a troll, because you get fucked up.
Lads, anyone want to chime in on that?
Yeah, Daniel Dubois is look, this dude, he doesn't do anything to get his head off center line. That's the dangerous part. And those looping fucking slow hooks that Joyce throws, look, man, they're gonna land. I'm sorry to say they're gonna land. As slow as they come, and they're gonna land, because Dubois' head movement is almost non-existent, man. He stays right there on center line to be hit. And these guys he's been fighting, they didn't have the length nor wherewithal to hit him. But Joyce does, bro. He's gonna be right there for the taking. This guy head movement is no good. Listen, Joe Joyce gets hit as well. So I'm not saying that Joe Joyce is a defensive specialist, but he moves his head. He has more head movement than Dubois by far.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's a ridiculous statement he just said. If you watch any fight with Joe Joyce, listen. Let me have my say. You can carry on after 10 seconds. I'm only going to say for 10 seconds. Just Google Joe Joyce and head movement. There's nothing. End of. I'll actually put myself on mute.
The thing is, I think Daniel Dubois, he haven't fought anyone yet, so we don't really know what he can do. I'm not saying Daniel incapable of doing it. I'm not saying he is, but he just haven't had the opposition yet. And I think Joyce has been in with much stronger people. I give you Joyce is a lot slower than anything, but Joyce is a real athlete, a real good athlete. He's got an Olympic medal, silver medal. I think Joyce will do it in the later rounds. I think he will.
He's fatter than me. Joe Joyce is fatter than me, and I'm 51 years old.
No, I've seen you before, Phil. I don't think he's fatter than you.
Oh, come on, bro.
I had the unfortunate pleasure of seeing you in your boxes. You got, some love handles up around the midsection there.
Now, listen. Let's have a proper discussion about it. Joyce is a good boxer at the amateur level, but he's not done anything. You can't say that he's gonna beat this guy. He's not gonna do it.
So what has Dubois done?
I think the Lati fight was quite good for him.
Did you watch the fight last week? Lati got knocked out, mate.
Bro,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Brian Jennings are both better than the Lati fight.
It is one of them things. Now, he's right what he just said. It's one of those things where we're going to have to wait and see with this fight. We're going to have to wait and see. But I know for a fact that I'm not even going to lose sleep over this. Oh, come on, man. If you think that Dubois is going to lose to Joyce, I actually think he could go in about 30 seconds. I actually think this fight could be done.
D, what was that guy's name that Joyce went distance with? And
Joe Joyce?
Yeah.
Not Joe
Brian
Joyce.
Jennings.
No,
Brian
Daniel
Jennings.
Dubois. Daniel Dubois went the distance.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson.
That's the one. Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
And if so, if he can't finish him, do you think he can really finish Joyce?
I don't know when the Johnson fight was. When was that? When Dubois was like 17 or something?
No. It wasn't that long ago, Pigeon.
2 years.
No, well, when was it? You're going to have to tell me.
He was only 21. He was 21, Pigeon. He's only 23 now, but he was 21 when he fought Johnson.
It was about 3 fights ago. About 3 fights ago.
Let's have a look. Let me
That's
just
about
have a
five.
look.
About 5, I think.
Let me have a look. Which I do. I think you're right. So I'm not going to be nasty about it.
Well, I still say that.
No. Yeah, you're right. It was only a few years ago. Yeah.
I say that Daniel Dubois' power is still in somewhat a question.
But listen, your man Joyce is a padded guy. I just want to hear Mark's view on it. So Unrivaled's coming now. I want to hear Unrivaled's view.
Even if Dubois loses, he can still come back. He's so young. It's not going to make a difference to his career.
I do.
Make a difference.
No, me and you are different. Me and you are completely different the way that we think. It does make a difference. So there you go. It does make a difference. And I want Joyce to get knocked the fuck out from personal real. I don't like him, to be honest. I think he's a fake boxer.
Right.
I want to hear Mark's version of this.
You just heard Mark's version not too long ago. Must not have been listening.
Well, there you go. Nice to see you.
What's up, fellas? What's up, G-Man? How's it going?
What's up, Mark? Big up, bro.
Yo.
What's up, Intangible? Leighton, how are you doing? Phil, how are you? D?
And you, sir?
All good, Mark.
Good fight, man. This is a good fight. I'm going with experience over youth.
You're never wrong, though. That's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
It's going to be a problem for us, though.
It's going to be a problem for you.
No,
exactly.
Look, I'll give you examples of me being wrong right now. Dillian White and Alexander Povetkin, 50-50 fight. Everybody was up there saying, well, Dillian's the favourite. But you know Povetkin can knock him out, right? And then everybody was like, I'll just pick Dillian because that's how I feel. And you go away from your gut instinct, and what happens? Bam! Out cold.
I'll give you 2 more.
Sorry.
Yo, you shut up about Richard Comey, bro.
Teofimo Comey and Teofimo Lomo.
Yeah, I'll give you another one. D. I'll give you another one. I picked the Edis Tatley to be Teofimo.
No, really? Did you really?
Of course I did. He was unproven.
God.
He was unproven. And here's my thing. When it comes to me with prospects fighting people who are a bit more proven than them, right? I'll just say this to people. Try not listen to me. Just try not to, because truth is, I always go with the more experienced guy. I always do. And that's kind of what it comes down to.
This time you're correct.
I always do. I always pick the experience over the inexperience, because it's so much easier to pick something that's proven over something that isn't quite proven yet.
I can't say that I do that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I don't do that.
There's a lot of question marks with Dubois, isn't there? There's a lot of question marks because he hasn't fought anyone of note yet. That's what I think.
Well, he hasn't fought anyone near the level of Brian Jennings yet, has he?
No, not even close.
Like, people are like, oh, Brian Jennings passed it. This man went into the final round or the 11th round or whatever with Oscar Rivas. And most people who are watching thought Brian was winning the fight before he got stopped. So,
Yeah,
Brian can still fight.
Brian actually gave Vlad an awkward fight Well,
Yeah,
I
it was
mean, Vlad definitely won, but it was a bit awkward for him.
like Brian's beating prime Mike Perez, prime Arthur Spielke. For what it's worth. And actually, I don't know if it's Arthur Spielke. Or was it Mike Perez that beat Spielke? I don't know, man.
No. No, Bernard Jennings beats Bilke. Knocked him out in 10.
Did he beat Adamek?
No.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, so what's the topic, J man?
We're talking about this fight.
This is the topic.
This is the topic. And how I'm fucking snapping that I picked Dubois to win. I can't go back on it now.
Well,
Yes,
look,
you can. You can always change your mind, brother.
you can change your mind. You can change your mind. Even if you don't want to. You can always change your mind. And I know that a lot of people are coming out saying that Joyce is gonna win. I'm gonna let you in on something here, right? It's a 50-50 fight. Most
100%.
people, a lot more people have started to pick Joyce because of the betting odds. And that does need to be equated. Not just like I haven't done it because of the betting odds. But when people are like, no, Joyce is at 3-1, but I'm picking Joe Joyce. They're also picking odds. Because they know it's not a 3-1 underdog. It's an evens. Essentially, you're not really wrong, whoever you pick. If you go out there and you pick Dubois to knock out Joyce, and he does it, well done. It's one of them.
Mm-hmm. I just think that when I look at this fight first, when I look at this fight for the first announced, I think I was like, everyone was like, I only could see Dubois winning. You forget about Joe Joyce. You forget how successful he was as an amateur. And you just look at his style, you just think, holy shit. If he puts it on Daniel Dubois, like Dubois got a decent jab, but there's no variety to it. Like he doesn't feint with it, he doesn't go to the body with it. You're just thinking, if Joyce puts it on this guy, man, I can see this guy having some serious trouble. And if he can't really put a dent in Joyce, he goes steamrolling.
Highly possible. Were you trying to say something there a second ago, Leighton?
Yeah, I was going to say. Did you know the purses for this fight?
No idea.
No, they haven't released their figure, eh?
They took a hit probably on what they were originally going to get.
Frank tends not to release the purses of its fights, to be
fair. That doesn't happen in the UK in general.
Yeah. It gets more released with matchroom purses, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like,
nothing with them.
Usyk took like $1.5 million hit to make that Chisora fight. So they say anyway.
Well, to be fair, right? So the original purses was Usyk was going to get 3.3 and Chisora was going to get 6.5. Usyk took a 1 point. Yeah, Usyk took 1.5 and Derek took 2.5 to make that happen. Chisora got more than double what Usyk got. I know we're looking at it like who's the champion and all, who's been a champion and all this, but at the end of the day, is Usyk a bigger draw than Derek Chisora in the UK?
No chance.
No way.
And
Usyk has to get good level opposition to fight a heavyweight, so he had to take the cut to make the fight happen.
So this may be slightly off topic. Have the numbers for Usyk Chisora been released yet?
The pay-per-view numbers? No.
They ain't gonna release them.
Oh dear.
They ain't gonna release them pay-per-view.
They normally release them 6 weeks after.
Okay. Well,
they've done just over 100,000, I'd say.
Probably, and I'm one of them.
You paid for it, didn't you?
Yeah, because I put it to the community tab, didn't I? Should I buy this? And 56% said yes, 44% said no. So I just bought it, right, because it was a majority. And then I said, "Did you buy the Chisora pay-per-view?" And it was like 87% said no.
I think I had something like that.
That's fucked up. They're gonna convince you to spend your money, but don't spend theirs.
they're just blatantly robbing you of money.
Nah, it's fine, man. It's fine. Little trolls. God bless them.
I don't remember what I voted. I probably voted yes because I'm like that, but I don't know.
I'm paying for the Spence versus Danny fight.
If I was in the States and I had pay-per-view, I'd pay for it too.
Paying for it because Spence is my guy. And I want to see that fight, so I'm actually going to support that one.
Yeah, you've been rocking with Spence for a while, ain't you, D?
The whole time. remember people said I was giving up on him, I was trading on him, and all of that, simply because I was telling the truth about him. He was an idiot for drinking. He scared the shit out of me and every one of his other fans. What, I'm wrong for saying that? Jeez. But I don't think Daniel Dubois. I don't think Daniel Dubois has enough with him to beat Joyce.
No.
I think once Joyce starts making him think, he's gonna lose that battle. But Daniel Dubois only had to be a brute to everyone else. And the first time he had to think, I don't care if it was Kevin Johnson or not. First time he had to think, he couldn't get the stop, man. He couldn't get the stop. And it's not like Kevin Johnson was mounting a terrible attack, like he had all this offense. He was shooting a pathetic jab and just kind of using head movement. And Dubois couldn't stop him.
Has Joyce ever been stopped, though, in the amateurs? Or the pros? You haven't been
Once,
stopped in the pros. You have in the amateurs, have you?
Yeah, he was stopped by Kuzman. He was caught. If you go back and look at that fight, he was caught quite cold in the first round, but he was stopped by Kuzman in the round.
So there you go. He could get stopped then.
Look, these are big guys. You can have a good chin in the heavyweight division, but these are huge guys. I'm sure if Dubois chucks a big right hand at Joyce, he's got the power to hurt him. But vice versa, Joyce. People sleep on his punching power. The man has 2 sandbags in his hands. His punches might be slow, but look at the effect those punches have on people. Look at Joe Hank's face when he took that left hook.
Yeah.
Joe Hank, the man Dwyer picked to beat Joe Joyce on 15-1 odds. Let's go.
Big up Richard Dwyer every time. Has he even released a prediction video on this fight yet?
I can't wait for that. Yeah, let me get Leighton's thoughts on the fight, though. I haven't heard it. Leighton, who are you picking?
I'm picking Joyce late rounds. Or he'll go punch there. Because I can see Daniel trying to get him out of there early, and then he'll start huffing and puffing when he gets frustrated and he can't do it, I think.
I got 25-1 odds on Joyce rounds 10-12.
Who's that with, Mark?
I put 30 on it. I did it with Paddy Power. I got the power up option. It was 22-1, and I got an extra 3-1 on it, so I got that 25s.
That's good, I'll take.
Rounds 10-12, yeah, man. I only put 30 down, but like that returns 750 plus your stake, so that's 780. That's Christmas come early, man.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
What we think of that comment there? You think it could go shootout style? Could you see this fight going to shootout in the first round?
Yes.
No,
yes.
Think, okay, go ahead. You go first, Mark.
I can see Joyce coming out and saying, I'm just going to maul this kid, right? Just maul him, see if he can take it. And Daniel starts clipping him, and then the two just start slugging it out. I can see it. I can legit see it, man. That's all.
I was just going to say I could see it starting off that way, but Dubois backing down after he gets popped.
Yeah, I think they might shoot out. But the thing is Joyce used to be a track and field star, and he's got a hell of an engine in him, so he could do it all the way through the fight, I think. But I think Daniel's higher. There's all that muscle mass he's carrying as well. Like,
yeah, he's got a tank, man, because at the end of that fucking dinner fight, he walked back to his corner, head up high. I was like, yeah, this dude got a tank with him. He's big, but he's got a tank with him.
Oh, by the way, is it Thanksgiving in America today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. How about everybody is?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
Turkey Day. Why would you think about it?
I don't really celebrate holidays. My daughter went. My mom came and picked my 10-year-old up. You know, my mom still does the holidays and shit, but I don't really celebrate holidays. So.
I do because it's Black Friday, boys.
So fuck Black Friday.
What are you talking about, man?
Man,
I don't care, mate. You can buy stuff online. I'm after getting 3 pairs of Air Max for 190 quid.
Man, I work in online retail. I get this is my busiest time of the year.
They're just getting rid of
Man,
old stock.
Walmart got 60-inch TVs for $240.
Bro, I'm buying a new LG as well, man. I'm buying a new LG TV. Smart TV, 60 inches, 310, boys. Let's go.
Look at that shit. Look at that. Black Friday is where it's at.
Otherwise, that TV is going to cost me 700. You think I'm spending 700 for that shit when I can get it for 300? No.
Is it 4K, Mark? Is it a 4K TV?
Yes, sir. Smart and everything.
That's good, that is. It's 4K.
Let's go.
For €310. It's not 60 inches, I lied. It's 56. Close enough.
Shit, that's still good enough.
To be fair, I don't have space for a 60-inch TV, but
So I got to ask this question, right? Moving forward, we're looking past this fight, right? I haven't heard many of you guys talk about it. Well, I heard D talk about it. What we thinking before Christmas? Canelo versus Callum Smith. Look, I think Canelo going to win the fight. But do you think we're going to get any shenanigans on this fight with rehydration clause or any shit like that?
I think Callum Smith got to knock him out, but too big, too strong.
Like Carl Froch was for Triple G.
Exactly, bro. Wait, like what?
Oh, there'll definitely be dehydration clauses in it. Callum
You mean like that?
They'll be just like that.
Just like this?
Callum Smith is going to get beat.
He's going to get stopped.
He's going to get stopped to the body.
Yeah. I don't know if it's to the body, but the body's going to start the punishment. I'll say that. The body's going to start all his trouble. Because my thing is this, man. John Ryder just found his body too easily. That's all I can keep thinking about. You got a guy who's a technician to the body like Canelo. John Ryder was finding his body so easily, fam. So easily.
Yo, by the way,
kept him on the outside for ages. Kept him on the outside nearly all the fights. So
off topic.
Yeah.
Do we have any Liverpool haters in here?
No. I don't hate no soccer teams. I don't know.
Are you a Liverpool fan or not?
No, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I don't mind him.
Tottenham,
All
it's all the way top of the league.
Yeah, Tottenham. Liverpool are down 1-0 against Atalanta right now. Let's get in with beautiful goal. Beautiful. Whip in, back post, right foot, slotted past the keeper. Beautiful.
South Korea in the chat is a Liverpool.
I'm Man City, mate.
I'm really glad. You know, I have a lot of money on Liverpool.
You've never placed a bet in a bookies in your toilet. Get out of here.
Hell no.
Oh, stop. But yeah, yo, G-Man, I'll show you my bet that I put on Joyce here. Give us a sec. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. But yeah, man. So the Canelo Smith fight, yeah? I think Canelo's going to beat him, man. As far as contracts and stuff go, I don't really know, nor do I really give a fuck, to be honest. Because as much as we could give Canelo bullshit for putting a contract out that may dehydrate Callum Smith's too big for 168 anyway. He shouldn't be fighting there. He should be fighting at 175.
I think Callum Smith could. I think he could go cruiser.
Yeah, he could. He could.
So does anyone think at all that you could pull the upset in this fight, or is everyone just got no?
Actually, to be fair, I put a poll up over 300 people. 15% of them are picking Smith. So some people out there think Smith has a chance, or they're just being fans. One or the other.
Or they're just being Harley Quinns.
It's got no chance.
Justin.
I can't see him doing it at all, mate. Not at all.
Not a chance, man.
No, I don't really know if dehydration clauses are going to come into play, but I think Canelo should win. I mean, I think it should be pretty fan friendly because the fight will occur in the pocket. I think both guys will get hit, but it's just different levels of skill.
I can see Canelo ducking and dodging, getting underneath those shots with Smith. Smith really only knows when he's fighting at long range, the 1-2, and he just throws them as straight as he can. There's nothing really to it. That was what John Ryder was able to get underneath the shots when they fought.
He'll occasionally get some shots in the pocket, close up.
Canelo's defense and head movements are too good for that, man. He's going to hit him with that. Look, Canelo, listen, I know a lot of people don't like Canelo because of the weight clauses and all of that, but his timing and his defense is impeccable, man. He's a great counter puncher as well. Like, he's going to Man, he's gonna fuck Callum Smith up. I'm sorry.
No, 100%. Just the question of is, will Callum Smith last longer than Liam Smith did?
That's a good question. Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll go to about 9-10.
He'll last longer than Rocky Fielding did, I tell you that.
100% he'll last for longer than that.
How many rounds did Liam last?
9.
That's interesting. The under-over on 9 rounds would be a good bet.
Would you say over? You say over or under?
I think he'll stop him in round 10 or 11. You see, I think whilst Callum is susceptible to being hit, I do think he actually has a bit of a chin on him. Like ask George Groves. George Groves was teeing off on him with straight right hands and stuff, landing them at will. And yeah, George Groves, he had got an injury, but not to the right arm. I don't think it was to the left. So, yeah, Groves was able to tee off on him. Oh, shit, 2-0, boys. Let's go, Atalanta. Let's go. I'm going to win money on this shit. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he'll go over. I think he'll go over the 9 rounds, and it'll be a late stoppage.
Atlanta's beating Liverpool by 2.
Atalanta is beating Liverpool by 2-0, yeah.
Oh, good goal.
Yeah, beauty, wasn't it? Ball up, ball just over the top, headed down on the volley, slotted into the bottom corner. Lovely.
Big up to you, man. Who is going to watch Tyson-Jones this weekend?
No, I'm not paying for that. Not at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So 10th round starts. What about
D? How much is it costing you?
What about
America to watch?
Wait 1 sec, D. What were you saying, Leighton?
What you say, Leighton?
How much is it costing you lot to watch the Jones Tyson fight in America?
I think it's $55.
I think it's like 45. Is it
No
55?
way.
I thought it was 45. Okay, it might be 55.
I think it's 45 for standard D and 55 for HD.
That's why they're saying it's breaking pay-per-views then. Because it's not a pay-per-view price over there, it's $20 cheaper. Yeah, that makes sense now.
I'm watching it, but
I'm not paying for that shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not paying for that shit.
I'm not watching it.
I'm just curious to see how bad they are.
It's a glorified sparring session, man.
They said they're going to stop it if it's a cut. Stop it if it's a knockdown. Do you know what I mean? What
no knockouts allowed, right? There's no real winner, apparently.
Yeah, it's the WBC are scoring it, but it's not valid.
Yeah, it's an exhibition.
What's that all about?
It's 2 50-year-old men. Like, why? Like, if I want to see 2 50-year-old men beat each other up, I was saying this the other day, when lockdown ends in Ireland, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 points down on a table, and then I'm going to say, this round is on me, yeah? First come, first serve, 4 points, and I'm going to see 50 people kill each other. I'm going to go for a battle royale, man.
John Fury style.
Yo, man. You know what? The funny thing is no knockouts allowed, right? Well, if one of those motherfuckers knocked the other one out, how could you disallow it if he's stretched out on the camera?
Because it's against the rules. It'll count as a no contest, non-contested exhibition, which is a no contest anyway.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
It can't be a winner anyway. So what's the point?
It can't be a winner to a fight they're not picking a winner in. Just knock each other out, damn it.
Did y'all see Dana White's reaction to this fight? It was funny as hell. They can't knock each other out. What do you mean? How do you enforce that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm with Dana. How do you enforce that?
The minute Mike Tyson even lands a shot.
And then there's no winner. What do you mean there's no winner? So there's just 2 50-year-old men like sparring.
No, they should just anytime someone gets knocked out, just revive them from the dead like Eric Walker or something like that. Maybe that's what they'll do.
Or it could be some WWE shit, all fucking acting and faking and messing around. Do you know what I mean?
And what the fuck? Roy Jones left boxing with chin issues. They go to knock each other out. I'm just banking on Roy being the one sleeping.
The minute Mike Tyson even lands a semblance of a shot, Roy's sleeping.
Right. Night, sweet prince.
And so you have Roy Jones scrawled out on the canvas, and the fight's called a no contest. Man getting stretchered out. And there's no winner.
I get that, but like Mike hasn't fought since Kevin McBride, lads.
No, I get that as well.
But Roy hadn't slept good since knocked out all them goddamn times.
Yeah, but Roy has won fights and stuff through the years. And look, sure, yeah, Roy's chin will always come into question. But what's Mike's chin like now? He hasn't taken a proper punch in 15 years, man. Last time he did, he was on the canvas bleeding out of his ass.
True.
Nah, he was tired from McBride, bro. That was a gas knockout. He was just tired. He slumped over there on the side of the road.
He had rectal bleeding at the end of the fight, mate.
Oh my gosh, man. That might have been from body shot. Mike was tired as fuck, bro. Chin was gone. And then my thing is just like Mike lived at heavyweight. Roy fought Ruiz at heavyweight. Man, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Ruiz was the only good thing about John Ruiz was Stoney, Norman Stone.
This referee is trying to cheat you fucking out of this.
For fuck's sake, Johnny. What? Who does he train? Is he still even training anymore, that guy?
I don't know, mate. I don't care. But like, if I ever seen him pop up in somebody's corner, I would be in stitches right away. I would just be in stitch. I'd be in tatters. But to be fair, to give Norman Stone credit, he's actually a good trainer. Outside of controversy, he actually does know what he's talking about in the ring.
He does, but the controversy was funny as fuck, man. You see flashbacks to him getting ejected from ringside and swearing at the TV backstage.
That's ringside announcer in the YTBC Unrivaled Boxing Talking News, hands down.
Huh?
I said the best ringside announcer, best blow-by-blow commentator in the YTBC Unrivaled Boxing Talking News, hands down. Hands down.
For now.
Yeah. When you leave, I'll go ahead and take it over. Well, as long as you're around, I'll just, I'll accept second in that area. When it comes to the predictions, now I'm the man. Don't none of y'all forget it.
ALG, man, you got an email of where people are placed overall in the league this season, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
Can you tell me who's first in the league right now?
I'll get that for you now.
Like overall?
Overall, yeah, number one in the league is Unrivaled.
Oh,
At 1 point.
Oh, and where's D Jefferson?
He's joined seventh.
That's right.
And how many points does he have?
696.
And how many has Unrivaled got?
758.
So he's got a 6-point lead on him.
No, sir. You don't have a 6-fight lead on me. You got what they call a week and a half lead on me. And you understand what I mean by that? Yeah, buddy.
You'll see.
A week and a half. CG man, don't listen to the foolery, son. Mark already knows. He can have a week where he blows the shit.
He's only ahead by 1 point.
Of one person. Well, to be fair, that person was ahead of me 2 weeks ago by over 100 points.
Pressure buzz pipes. Guys like Jamstar and TMF Boxer was in the lead at one point. I've seen it all before. Pressure buzz pipes. You got to be a special kind to be in the lead and keep the lead. It's like Formula One racing. You always got somebody on your ass. You got to keep calm.
No,
Pressure buzz pipes, man.
You already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Well, I'm the guy. I'm that guy that comes from behind and nicks you on the bumper. Give your back tire a little shake, Shake them up, G-Man.
G-Man, he's the guy who's been in the league since the second season or the end of the first, right?
Right.
And he's always just there, but not quite.
Yeah, that's all right.
AKA D Jefferson is a serial loser.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
trash
So
talk.
when
I'm a
does this league
serial
get?
threat. I'm
When
like
does this
the
league?
I'm like the San Antonio Spurs 20-year run, always threatening teams. And you know what happened with the Spurs? They snatched up 5. They got 5.
Yeah, D. When does this league end then? So people can enter the next one.
6 weeks. Beginning of January will be a new
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, give me a notification. I'll jump on that one next one.
Yo, lads, I gotta bounce. Have a good one. Sorry about the noise. I gotta jump. Peace.
No worries, bro. No worries every time.
Peace out, Mark. Yeah, Leighton. 6 weeks, but Leighton, you should get in now, bro, because like you got weekly prizes and shit. You can
Where's
score
it?
every week, and you can just get used to it for when the next season starts.
Where is it? Where do I go then, D?
All right, I'll put it in the chat for
Yeah.
everybody. I'll put it in the chat. You got Facebook, you go to Facebook. If not, I'll give you Champ Ross's email. He's the guy that runs the league. I'm going to put it in the chat now.
And bro, even if you join now, if you top a week, you still get 50 quid if you come first.
How much is it?
What's that?
How much?
Well, it's nothing to join. It's free.
Oh, it's free, is it? Oh, happy days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't cost anything to join.
Yeah,
All right, that's the Facebook page right there. Just go on the Facebook page, like the page, drop your picks. When you scroll down, it'll be a list of picks this week. We got 15 fights this week, so you can talk in this week. If you don't have Facebook, you can email. Hold on, let me put that in. You email this guy. He's the guy that runs the league. He started the league. campez@yahoo.com. If you don't have Facebook, if you have Facebook, just go to the page, Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. Like the page, drop your picks, and you in there. Camp will put you right in there. And here's the key: see if you can beat D. Jefferson. If you can't beat D. Jefferson, or at least get in the top 15. I give people respect for getting in the top 15 because it's tough to do that.
Well, you've got to pick the exact rounds. That's how you get the most points, is it?
Well, you don't have to. I mean, you could just pick knockout and it's defaulted to 6. You could just, you know what I mean? You could just pick decision, or you go for the points and pick the exact round. And if you miss it, you get 10 points. If you hit it, you get 7 points. And with the decision, if you pick split or majority of the decision, you get an extra 7 points that way. So
I'll just go for that. Then. That's simple that way, isn't it? That's what you must be doing. Going for just the normal.
no, you know what? You know what, Leighton? And to tell you the truth, you'll see. I don't, because they keep a knockout count and a decision and decision win count too, because he gives some money for whoever get the most of those at the end of the season as well. But I don't generally hit a lot of those. It's just the consistency, fam. Like I consistently pick the winners, and most of the time the right method. It's really lucky to hit those knockouts like that.
Yeah.
If you pick the winners and pick the right method, then you'll be up in the top 15. G-Man, you up there, right, G-Man?
G-Man, I'm going the 12th.
See? So, like, until you get to week 9, if you anywhere in the top 15, you got a chance to win it all. The heat starts when we get to week 9. So we just got to week 6. So 7, 8, and 9. Once we get to week 9, that's going to tell the tale. Because you got 4 weeks left. You know what I mean? Then it gets tight. If you're not in the top 15 at week 9, you pretty much, it's a long shot to win it. Especially with the level of competition we got, because we got some real sharp guys up there. Like IBT is in there. G-Man is right in there in the top 15. Got Jamstar, TMF, Mark. You know, it's a lot of sharp guys up there. Champ Ross, that's the guy that runs the league. He's real sharp. You know, Raider from LA is up there. Of course, I'm always a threat. So just know when you come in the league, I've never seen under 5th place at the end of the season. Never. I only seen that once. Before that, it was only 3rd place. I was always trying to win. I got to go ahead and take it this season.
No, it is. It's a good league. Lads, I'm calling this live stream here. I only wanted to come on, get a few of you guys on. I've got to do some recording now. So before I go, D, do you want to say anything? Do you want to take the mic for a sec?
Sure.
And do you want to big yourself up?
Sure. Well, first, let me big up G-Man Boxing. And if you ain't subscribed, hit that damn subscribe button right now. Appreciate you for having us on, fam. Letting us talk a little bit. And y'all know y'all can find me right there, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Daily, we do some lives and talk boxing, baby. All right, G-Man. Hashtag G-Man Boxing.
Before we go, right, I'd normally say G-Man's Rocks, but D, do you want to, for the love of the sport, do you want to send us out?
Sure. For the love of sports, let's talk